Hey, Breakout Yogis, how's it going? Ugh. Nicholas here. Gonna start yoga in just a moment. Get your mat, get your towel, get your water. Whatever you need. Awesome. One second, let me set up. I use soft music in the background to help time, so I've got to set it up. So I don't get off my time. All right. Happy Friday. Oh, everyone had a good week. Let me think. What is that? Yoga time. Hey Hector, how's it going? Any requests, Hector, for this Friday morning? Anything you'd like to work on today before I get started? I was gonna flow us out a bit more with stories, but if there's anything in particular, I'll take a request. Go for it. It's been interesting teaching virtually like this because I don't think. Awesome. All right, cool. We're gonna take it through some flow. Then we're gonna work through those vinyasas today. It's so interesting because teaching like this, I've tried to figure out. When you're watching a class, you're like watching everyone, and as they progress, you kind of like push with the class. But when you're in a setting where you don't get to see anyone, and you're just like, I think we should do this next. So I'm going with it. So that's why I ask. If you ever have anything, please feel free to suggest or recommend. Heat things up. All right, we'll go for a little bit more flow today. Then I'm feeling like we should definitely flow a little bit more, which will be more vinyasas. So if you're newer to it, then just know that you can take a break, skip what you need. But let's go for it. Why not? So, that being said, go on, find your space, find your spot. And let's go ahead. And get started. When you're ready, we're going to just start in child's pose. We're going to go right into it. Go and bring those toes together. Go and reach your arms out forward. Send those hips back. Reach those arms out and go and let the head drop down towards the mat. Now, as you move into your child's pose, arms stretched, head down, hips back. Taking a moment here, let's just go ahead and set up our breath before we begin to move. So taking a few rounds here just to settle into the space to our Friday. It is supposed to be a bit of a warmer weekend. I know this because it's heating up in LA as well. So bringing some heat internally as we clear our mind, as we settle. Take a nice deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. And 2 more. Nice deep breath in. And release. 1 more deep breath in. And release. Allowing the jaw to be soft, gently pressing your lips together. As your breath flows, nice and steady, in and out of the nose. And on your next inhale, gently take your time. Go ahead and bring your head up. And go ahead and shift forward. And just start a nice regular warm-up. Bringing those wrists underneath the shoulders. Bringing the knees underneath the hips. And as you inhale, just take a few rounds. A nice little cat-cow. Sending that heart forward. Tailbone up. And then drawing in, tailbone down, belly to spine. Go and take a few more here. Just connecting it with your breath.
one more round here. And bringing yourself all the way back to a neutral spine.
Pausing just to set the hands a little bit more forward in front of the shoulders, and then go and tuck your toes, go and take it right into your downward facing dog. And same thing here, just a nice little pedal. Getting some release through the back of the legs. Drawing the shoulder blades up and away from the ears as you pedal side to side. Soften through the jaw, through the neck. Now, like I said, we're going to flow a little bit more, taking more vinyasas. Surya A and Surya B. Again, I will talk you through those as we go. At any time, the vinyasa. And if you don't know what the vinyasa is, we're going to work our way into it right now. So I'll start to explain as we go. But as you find power through the legs, send the inner thighs back. Soften the ribs, shoulder blades away from the ears. Inhale, begin to shift forward. Go ahead and take it into your plank pose. Pausing here, making sure your wrists are under your shoulders. Power through the legs, inner thighs engaged, lifted up towards the sky, shoulders soft away from the ears. Now keep reaching the heart forward, broadening through the collarbone. Important that we're not releasing through the core and planking like this. Ouch to the lower back, that is no good. Use your core, firm your quads. Get those hips about shoulder height. As you exhale, send the hips up and back. And again, inhale forward. Exhale, hips up and back. 2 more. Inhale forward. And up and back. 1 more, bring it forward. Now, go ahead and bring your knees to the mat. Important with vinyasa that as you do chaturanga and the push-up, that you're not letting the hips fall first. So same thing, use your core. Draw the belly and find that support. Let's take 4 push-ups together. Hugging your elbows in, take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale up. And 3 more, exhale. Inhale up. 2 more. Inhale up. 1 more. And inhale up, pause. Toes are tucked, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now again, keeping that core engaged to keep that spine nice and long, just to keep the torso supported. So remembering that, and knees down on the mat, do it every time if that's what works for you. When you're ready, go ahead and shift forward again. Pause, find your plank, take an inhale. As you exhale, knees up or down, lower all the way onto your belly. Now, elbows are hugging in. Go ahead and slide those hands back. Just make sure they're right next to the ribs, shoulders soft from the ears. As you inhale, begin to reach the heart forward. Draw those shoulders down away from the ears. Now, nice and low here, just to start. Pausing. Keep reaching your tailbone towards your heels. Pull your heart forward. Soften shoulders down. Take another inhale. Exhale, gently lower. Now from here, I want you to reverse your push-up. Feel free to keep your knees on your mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, pushing up in one piece. Whew. Now again, if that is too much, keep those knees down. Gently slide back. From there, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward dog. So a little bit more heat through those arms. But again, bringing that focus to your core, to your center. Now as we shift forward again, inhale. Knees up or down, hug your elbows in. Exhale, gently lower. Now this time, go ahead and bring the tops of the feet down to the mat. Bring your arms right next to your hips. Now palms face down. Shoulder blades gently drawn together. As you inhale, begin to reach your heart forward as you lift the hands up. Now without letting those shoulders creep up by the ears, soften down. Keep pulling the heart forward, tailbone towards your heels. Maybe you begin to lift the legs. Adding the legs, inner thighs reaching up towards the sky. Taking 2 more rounds of breath here. Nice and steady. 1 more round of breath. As you exhale, gently release, bringing your hands forward, plant your palms. 1 more time just for fun. Feel free to keep your knees on the mat. Tuck your toes. As you exhale, press yourself back up. Woo. And then tuck your toes, hips up and back. Now remember, just bringing a little bit more heat to those arms, to that core. Now that would be the last time that we're going to push up from the belly like that. From here on out, we'll take it into our cobra. As you inhale, come forward. Broaden through the collarbones, knees up or down. Exhale, lower to your belly. Keep your hands planted as you inhale. Broaden through your collarbones. Now check, soften your shoulders as you make your way into cobra. Lift the belly up. Lengthen through the spine, tuck your toes. Now strong one piece. Tucking the toes, hips up and back. Shoulder blades away from the ears, set. Gentle nod, yes. Gentle shake, no. One more round here together before we take it to the top of the mat. Inhale forward. Knees up or down. Exhale, gently lower. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Shoulders soft from the ears. Tuck your toes, hips up and back. Now, check how you're feeling. Already, we've done quite a few of those chaturangas, the push-ups. We're working into those vinyasas. They're adding heat. Skip the vinyasa. So remember, if coming to plank, lower into the belly and coming up too much, skip it. I want you to meet me back in down dog. Or skip it, meet me in a child's pose. So at any time, take a break, because I'm going to keep pushing us through lots of vinyasas, bringing in some heat. Now I want you to come up onto your toes, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Send your hips back, and then as you finish that end of the exhale, go ahead and hop those feet forward. Now bringing your toes together at the top of the mat, big toes touch. Nice forward fold here. Now make sure that the hands are either on the mat, on the shins, maybe a chair in front of you, and a bend just to wake up those hamstrings. Gentle nod, yes. Gentle shake, no. And then from here, taking those hands, either on the mat or on your shins, inhale, take a little lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Two more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And one more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, soft bend through your knees. Bring your arms up overhead, stand tall. And hands all the way to heart. Ooh, out of frame. Stepping back a bit. All right, let's start to flow it through our Surya A. So again, working into those vinyasas. Let me angle this up just a little bit. Sorry, as you stand tall. I have the camera too close, but my apartment is tiny and I don't have a lot of room. There we go. All right. Inhale, put your arms up and overhead. Exhale, gently lower. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Every movement has a breath. As you exhale, plant your palms. From here, that same breath should continue taking you all the way down to your belly. Now with your inhale, as you broaden, pause, soften those shoulders from the ears. Tucking your toes. Exhale, hips up and back. That is a Surya A. We're going to do that 2 more times. Take a moment in down dog to reset. Find your breath. Every movement, let it be on a breath, whether an inhale or an exhale. I will talk you through. Inhale, come onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Now lift that belly, look forward. And this time, can you take a little hop up? Inhale, big toes together. Lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more rounds, just like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, dive. Inhale, halfway. Plant your palms as you exhale. Lower all the way. Inhale, broaden through the collarbones, lift. With hips on the ground, we're still in that cobra pose. Exhale, use the legs, hips up and back. Planting your palms, inner thighs reaching back. Soften through the neck, through the jaw. And then as you inhale, come onto your toes, look forward. Bend your knees. At the end of your exhale, take your gaze forward. Can you spring hop, bringing those toes up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead. Hands to heart. 1 more round here. Let's add a little something to it. So optional to take that cobra into an upward facing dog. Inhale, halfway. Now plant your palms. If you practice a jump, you can actually hop those feet back right into that chaturanga. Now from here, flip the toes, upward dog to keep those hips lifted, pressing down into the mat, and shift up and back. Now that hop back again is optional. Staying down dog, feel free to even take a glance real quick. I'm just going to talk about it for a second. So the hop back, as we lift forward, you want to bend your knees, plant the palms. Now, we try to avoid hopping back to straight arms just to help keep the back, the lower back a little bit safer. If you hop into bent elbow, it's a little bit more of like a shock absorber, so it's not such of a jolt to the back. So from here, when you take it back, I go right into, springing right into that push-up. Now again, you're like, Nicholas, that's so much upper body. There is a lot of work in the arms, But guess what? Don't forget about the core. If you're keeping that center engaged, it's a little bit easier. If that's not working, maybe you just play with hopping back here and then coming forward. So a couple of different options. You're gonna have a lot of opportunities today to play with it. So take a moment, take a deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Inhale, coming onto your toes, look forward. Bend your knees. Now the same idea. Draw that belly in strong through the center as you spring, bringing yourself up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand tall. And hands to heart. Now that suspension that I do of holding my legs up before I step forward, many, many years of practice. So it's taken me a long time to get there to do that. It's just kind of, I'm doing it now. I don't always do it, but just kind of show. It's like, it's options in which you can move into the practice. If you're just hopping one foot at a time up, again, same thing. Go where you can. It takes time. Big toes together, belly lift, shoulders soft, bend your knees, float your arms, chair pose. Now we're gonna keep going with the flow. We're adding more vinyasas in here. If they are too many, you skip them. But we're gonna start to work our way into our crescent pose here. So as you shift those hips back, as you reach the arms up, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Take another inhale. Exhale, gently fold. Inhale, halfway. Now plant your palms. You can step, you can hop, either vinyasa, down dog, child's pose, you decide. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hips up and back. Right leg floats up to the sky. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, step your foot between your hands. Now we're gonna go right into our crescent pose today. So coming onto the fingertips, broaden the collarbone, soften the shoulders. Soft bend through the back knee. As you inhale, take your arms up and overhead. Now pausing here, hugging that right hip back. Draw the belly up. Send your tailbone down. Stay right where you are. I'm gonna angle. I used to angle the mat, but I'm on this rug here. It's throwing me off. Sorry, there, better. All right, one more round of breath. And then as you exhale, before we get all the way to that vinyasa, take a moment here. Left hand to the mat. Go and take your right arm up to the sky. Let's take our twist. Broadening here along the collarbones. Now we're adding a vinyasa in between. That's the extra. If you want to take it out, skip it, that is fine with me. One more inhale. Now your choice, either vinyasa or straight back to down dog. One piece to lower if you're taking it. Inhale, take the back bend. Hips down or up. Cobra or upward facing dog. You do what works best for you. Reset in down dog. Shoulder blades lifted. Heart is pressing down as you inhale. Take your left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your foot between your hands. Pause. Come onto your fingertips. Broaden. Soft bend through your back knee. Inhale. Float your arms up and overhead. Crescent. Now that soft bend. Knee over ankle. Hip bones lift. Check any tension through the shoulders. Soften them down. Taking 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, gently release, bringing your hands down, either vinyasa, here's the added vinyasa, or straight back to your downward facing dog. And hips up and back. Nice deep inhale through your nose. Out your mouth, let it go. Coming high up onto your toes, look forward. Bend your knees. At the end of your exhale, step or hop, skip, however it works best for you. Bring those toes to the hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair, hips back, arms float, shoulders soft. Keep reaching that heart forward, grounding, pressing into the heels. On your next inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more rounds. We're gonna move everything on a breath though. So this time we're not gonna stop in crescent. We're not gonna really hold in down dog. It's just gonna keep moving. Move at your pace though. So take an inhale. Exhale. Release your arms. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Plant your palms, either vinyasa or straight back to down dog. Inhale. Down dog, exhale.
One breath. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale brings you up to crescent. That same breath takes you right back down. Exhale. Pause for an inhale. Either down dog or exhale, take your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up and back. Left leg, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Heart forward, inhale, crescent, just for a breath. Exhale, brings you all the way down. Hold, inhale, either plank or down dog. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Reset here. Now we have a moment to hold. That whole same thing, we're going to do it one more time. Pausing, clearing the mind, reset, finding your breath. Inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or hop, bring it to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair. Pause for an exhale. Inhale brings you all the way up. Exhale takes you down. Inhale, release, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Plant your palms, feel free to step or hop. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. And hips up and back. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, can you take this same exhale, if you're doing vinyasa, straight into the chaturanga. Inhale brings you right back up into your back bend. And left leg, inhale, reaches. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, either right into vinyasa or straight back to down dog. And downward facing dog. Take a moment here, settle your breath. I'm laughing because it's so hard to take a full exhale or inhale and talk at the same time while I'm doing the pose. Side note, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. I'm running out of breath. Coming high up onto your toes, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or hop, bring it to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair. Pause for an exhale. Inhale brings you up. And hands to heart center. Woo, you've made it through all this serious. Awesome work. We're gonna twist. We're gonna balance. Let's go for it. Hands to heart. Take an inhale. Big toes together. Exhale, chair pose. Now pausing here. Get that nice lift through the belly. And that face. Right on. Good old chair twist. Taking your left elbow. Take it all the way across your right thigh. Rotate to your right. Send your heart forward and broaden. As you take that twist, shoulders soft from the ear. Weight back into the heels. 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more here. Inhale brings you back to center. Pause and the heart forward. Now this time, exhale. As you inhale, right knee lifts up. And then go and grab your foot. Either bring your foot into your thigh, bring your foot to your shin, your calf, or bring it to a kickstand. Go where it works for you. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Now pressing that left big toe down, soften your shoulders, either hands at heart, maybe arms up to the sky. Rotating those triceps forward. 2 more rounds of breath here. And then go ahead and bring your right knee forward, pause. Big toes together, hands to heart, exhale, send the hips back. Nice deep inhale. Take your arm, right arm, bring it all the way across your left thigh. Now, Right knee separating. Bring the knees together. Hug your right hip back. And then gently pressing down as you rotate. Taking your twist. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Inhale back to center. Pausing for a breath. Inhale, left knee. Go ahead and take hold of your ankle. Gently bring it into your thigh. Hugging your right bum in, tailbone down, hip bones lift. Hands to heart. Maybe arms reaching up and overhead. Reaching those triceps forward. Nice big breath here. 1 more inhale. And exhale, go ahead and gently release, bring the knee in, and stepping the feet together. Awesome work. All right, let's go ahead and bring those big toes together. We're gonna go for it today. Going right to that balance. Belly lifts, shoulders soft. I want you to come high up onto your toes. Hug your heels together. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, gently lower. Just bending those knees. Whew. Heels still lifted. Again, real bar situation on you here. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Now, the knees will separate. Gently bring those hands forward. Now, my heels are still lifted and hugging together. Hugging your elbows in. I want you to bring your knees as high as you can up onto your tricep. Reaching your heart forward, shifting that weight forward. Pressing into your fingertips. Play with bringing those toes up. Drawing the belly in, hugging those elbows in. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, step or hop. Either into vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take a nice deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Now, as our right knee comes forward, we're going to take it to the right shoulder. We're going to take it to the nose, and then we're going to take it to the left shoulder. So inhale, float right leg to the sky. Exhale, open right leg, right knee, right shoulder. And shift it back. 2 more. Exhale, knee to nose. And back. 1 more, bring it to the left. Pausing here. Go ahead and bring that right knee all the way to the nose. Whew. Step your foot between your hands. This time, drop your back heel to the floor. Hug your right hip back. Send your heart forward. Inhale, float your arms up. Warrior 1. Back leg is straight. Right hip is back. Hip bones are lifted. Shoulders nice and soft. Now feel grounded into that back leg. And we should be pretty heated. Again, we did a lot of vinyasas already. A lot of those. Surya A, Surya B. So, as you press in that back foot, as you lift the hip bones up, hands to heart, take it into your warrior 2. Adjust. Opening up, inner thigh reaching forward. Send the inner thigh forward, hug the right hip back, extend the arms, gently press down. Now back leg is straight. As you keep that nice lift, shoulders soft away from the ears. 2 more rounds of breath here. 1 more here. Now keep that bend, flip your front palm, take it back, reverse warrior, shoulders soft from the ear. 1 more round of breath. And then as you exhale, take your time. I want you to pause in your lunge. Windmill hands down. Left hand to the mat. Drop your left heel. You can stack your feet. Again, if you need to modify it, bring your left knee all the way down to the mat. Vashisthasana. Now you can play with it here. Can you see? Oh, good, you can. Both legs straight. If you want to play, maybe bringing the foot towards the thigh into a tree pose. Keeping that nice lift. Broadening through the collarbones, taking 1 more inhale here. As you exhale, gently release your hand. Release your leg, yogi's choice, vinyasa, or downward facing dog. And up and back. Pausing in your down dog. A little pedal, releasing the legs. Now 3 rounds. Remember, left knee will go to left shoulder, then it comes to the nose, and then it goes to that right shoulder. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to left shoulder. And back. Exhale, knee to nose. And back. And bring it all the way across to the right. Pause. Get that twist. Knee to nose. And step your foot between your hands. Whoo. Back heel all the way down to the mat. Warrior 1. Hug your left hip back. Come onto your fingertips. Inhale, float. Oh, I am already so sweaty. It's supposed to, I think, hit 100 or high 90s today. I don't know. In LA, it's just like, it shouldn't be this hot in LA. But it is today. One more breath here. And then taking your time, we're going to open up into Warrior 2. That being said, I'm actually headed to the desert today. So I'm going to go to even hotter weather, but at least I'll have a pool. Shoulders soft. Reaching those arms, pressing those palms down. Get a nice little length and lift through the side waist. Now, as you find that power, ground yourself steady through your breath. As you draw those ribs in, keep that length, keep that support. And then taking that left palm, flip it up. As you inhale, reach back. One more inhale. As you exhale, take your time, gently release. Pause, walk your left foot out. Right palm down. Vashisthasana of your choice. Right knee can come to the mat. You can stay here with straight legs. You can even play with bringing this left foot up to the thigh, just like tree pose. Pause. Softly unlocking that right elbow. 2 more rounds of breath. One more inhale. As you exhale, gently release either vinyasa or straight back to down dog. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, hips up and back. Take a deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. One more round of breath here. And then coming onto your toes, look forward. Go ahead and step or hop your feet all the way up. And then from here, bend your knees. Bring it all the way onto your hips. All right, yogis. We're gonna go ahead and bring those hips down. We're gonna get a little core focus here. I want you to go ahead and bring your left leg, then your right leg. Now remember, any variation, I'm gonna turn a little bit more sideways. Here we go. Now if you need, hands can stay here. If you even need, you can keep those feet on the mat and then just hold and work core and find that nice support here. So again, take it to where it works for you. I'm going to keep advancing it. So when you find a spot where you're like, that's a challenge, I can hold that, stay there. Remember, it should be difficult though. We're not trying to be like, oh yeah, it should be easy. I want you to fire up your core. So finding that center, if available, hands will come forward. Now, next round, if available, we're gonna lower and lift 5 times. Take an inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale up. 4 more. And up. And 3. And up. And 2. And up. And 1. Bring it all the way up. Pause. Take a nice inhale. Gently release your feet. And lift off. Whew. How was that? I think we can do 1 more round. Again, if you've been here just to see curve action, that belly drawn in, gently pressing towards that lower back. If that is enough challenge for you, cool, hang here. If this is enough challenge for you, stay here. Sometimes it's that balance, so go where it works. If it feels all right and you're ready to set back up, bring those hands out. Hold here, or 5 rounds. That's right, 5 more. Lower and lift, take an inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. And 4. And up. And 3. And up. 2. And up. And 1. Bring it all the way up. Pause. Maybe. Ooh, 1 more breath. And release. I try not to use all my breath on talking, so that's why I'm laughing, because I'm like holding my breath and doing to talk, and then I'm releasing, and then I'm exhaling. Whew. All right, yogis. Cross at those ankles. We're ready to balance. Plant your palms, either vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. And up and back. Shoulder blades lifted away from the ears, soften through that neck. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Need to know, step your foot between your hands right into our Warrior 2. Drop your back heel. Windmill, arms up. Pause. Press just here for a breath. Inhale, lengthen. Now feel free to shorten the stance. Back foot can come in a little closer. Both legs are straight. Lengthen through your right waist. As you reach forward, triangle pose. To your ankle, to your shin, towards the mat, you decide. As you stack your shoulders, soften your shoulders away from your ear, draw your lower ribs in. Go ahead and take your hand, bring it to your hip, look forward. We're going for our balance. Bend your right knee, keep your right hand on the outside of that right pinky toe, and then float the left leg up, half moon. Go and begin to expand here. Now pausing for a moment, just finding balance, soft bend through your right knee. Draw the hip bones up, soften the ribs in. Now, without taking the thigh back, it will go back a little bit, you're gonna bend the top leg, see if you can reach for the ankle. From there, gently kick into the hand. Ooh, it is so hard to watch that and do it at the same time. So taking your gaze down, balance where you can. 2 more. 1 more round of breath here. Gently release your foot, broaden through the collarbones, taking 1 more inhale. And then as you exhale, gently release your foot down to the mat. Whew. And pause. Finding your fold, soft bend through your knees. A little nod, a little shake. Inhale halfway. Either vinyasa or straight back to down dog. Reset for a moment, finding your breath. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your foot between your hands. Drop your back heel, warrior 2 setup, hugging the hip in. As you inhale, windmill that, ooh, right arm back, left arm forward. Really challenging my inner thigh work here. I make the mistake of putting lotion on my skin, so it's nice and hydrated, but then I slip on my mat. So you know, it's a give or take, either dry skin or slippery mat. And then go and straighten your front leg, gently release. Take your back foot, go ahead and bring the foot in just a couple inches. Engage, draw the kneecaps up, reaching forward, lengthen, and shift. Now, finding that broadening, stack the shoulders, right shoulder over left. Broaden here. Now, keeping the same position, bending your front knee, take this top hand to the hip, making your way up into your half moon. Now, pressing through that back heel. Again, maybe play with expanding that right arm to the sky. Now feel free to set your focus down. Soft bend through your left knee. Try not to lock into hyperextension. Now your top leg you're gonna bend. Reaching back. Hand to ankle. Take your time. From here, see if you can gently kick into that hand. Whew. Opening the shoulder a little bit more. Chipasana, taking 1 more inhale. Exhale, gently release the foot, pausing here, take another inhale. Exhale, gently release, whew, and take your fold. Go and bring the big toes together, pausing as you fold. Inhale halfway. Either vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. And then inhale, lift the heels, look forward. Bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop, bring it to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand tall. And hands to heart. Now we're going to keep going with our balances. We're going to go from the top of the mat here. Alright. Whew. Alright, good. Now, bring your hands to your hips. Bringing your right leg down to the mat. Go and bring your left knee up. Pause. Whew. Now square through the pelvis. Bend your right knee. Soften. Now we've done this before, but hands and hips, I want you to feel the square pelvis because the one thing, take a moment, slip your foot down. One thing I want you to check is that your hip is an opening. So we're going into a warrior 3. Again, because I can't see anyone's bodies, but I assume this is something that it happens in all classes when I teach people, that we go back and we like lift the hip. So in case it's never been clear, half moon, the hips are open. So see how my hip is stacked? In Warrior 3, hip should be square. So it's something I feel that I could talk about. If I had someone holding my camera, I would lift it up so you could see my back. But ideally, it's a nice flat back rather than a lifted hip. Good. Could have turned profile. There we go. All right, right foot down. Left knee up, pause, bend your right knee. And then go ahead and step it back. Now the reason we have hands on hips, I want you to feel when that left hip starts to lift. Don't let it. Keep it even with the right. Now you're more than welcome to keep hands on hips. Bring hands to your heart. Bring them along the hips, whatever works best. 2 more rounds of breath here. 1 more. Inhale brings you up. Whew, release. Second side. I'll try to do a little bit more profile so maybe it'll make more sense. So left foot will be down, right leg will be up. You'll probably get my head and foot out of frame, but the idea is that you can see a nice square torso. Bend your left knee, take an inhale. Exhale, slowly begin to shift back. Reaching the heart forward now, double check. Right hip is not lifted. Square that right hip down. Send your tailbone back. Draw the belly and soften through the ribs. And take the hands where it works best for you. 1 more round of breath. Inhale brings you up. Whew. And release. Awesome. All right, our last 2. Staying balanced. I like the sound effects that I make. Whew. I feel like it adds more yoga essence. All right, bring your right foot down. Go ahead and bend your left knee. Now this time with your left hand, you're gonna reach for the inside of this left ankle. Now, I don't want you to just lock the right knee out. Again, a soft bend, but draw your kneecap up, really engage. Now the same idea, I don't want you to pull the pelvis back, I want you to keep it nice and square. Take that right arm up. Now from here, you're going to kick into your hand. It's not about how far your back goes. I want you to keep pushing against that gravity. Keep that nice lift. And then from there, the leg will open up. The shoulder opens up, going where you can. 2 more rounds of breath. Too much lotion, I'm slipping. 1 more round of breath here. Gently release. Whew. All right. Second side. How did that side go? Give your right leg a little shake. So balance, as you can see, I got real wobbly too. I'm half between a rug, floor, and then a mat on top. Guess what? It's challenges. That's what happens. So go with what you got. Do not worry. As you take your hand, reach back, you're reaching for the inside of the ankle. If this is where you're going, just to practice with balance, and ooh, I have none of it today. Hip bones lift. Maybe that's it. Maybe just here. Maybe play with balance. Again, everything take it 1 step at a time. I'm showing the end result because maybe some of us are working towards it or there. So go where you can, but as you kick, maybe that's enough. Again, maybe just that slight lean. Finding that balance, setting your focus, setting your gaze. Maybe that leg keeps making its way up. Softening those lower ribs in. 2 more rounds of breath here. And then go ahead and gently release. Woo. Bring your foot down. All right, yogis. Nice work. Let's go and bring those toes together. Soften those shoulders. Inhale, float the arms. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Plant your palms, either step or hop, either through vinyasa, or straight back to downward facing dog. And then hips up and back. All right, let's bring those knees all the way down to the mat. And send those legs out in front of us. Now continuing with those back bends, we're going to take it into our bridge pose. And again, I think it might help if I turn this profile again. Or a little bit more side. So, as you bring yourself down, make sure you can brush the back of your feet, your heels, with your fingertips. Do not let your toes do that. It's not belly, no turnout here. Keep it neutral. Wrap the inner thighs down. Be aware of what your legs are doing, because as soon as the feet start to turn out, it means the legs are not doing the work that they should be doing. Your legs are much stronger, so you want them to be grounded. So really plant those feet down. From here, you're going to bring your head to the mat. Chin is reaching up as you exhale. Send your hips up. Send your tailbone forward. Lift your hip bones. wrapping the inner thighs down. Now don't look around. You want to keep your neck safe. I'm looking towards the camera, but don't do that. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Draw your shoulder blades together. See if you can lift just a little bit higher. Taking a couple more rounds of breath here. One more round of breath. And then as you exhale, go ahead and gently release, bringing your hips back down. Letting your back settle. Whew. Now either one more bridge just like that, or you can take it all the way up into wheel or Vidyanurasana. Now bring those hands right next to the ears. Planting your feet, toes forward. Now hugging the elbows in. Remember, toes don't turn out. Press into your legs. Now very carefully, take an inhale. If you're going up for it, I like to start on the top of the head. Weight is still in my arms and legs. Lift my shoulder blades up. And then from there, you keep making your way up into your full back bend. Now weight nice and even between legs and arms. Play with it. Just careful that you're not sitting on your head right now. You want to make sure not too much weight is on that neck. One more round of breath. And as you exhale, tuck your chin. Whew. Gently lower down. Yogis, I hope that was a success for you. I'm sure it was great. Even if you just chilled for a moment and hung out and breathed. Go ahead and bring your knees to your chest, a little rock and roll side to side. And then go ahead and bring yourself forward and back. Feel free to take a couple rounds. We're just coming up to a seated position. Whew. I went jogging the other day, and I don't usually jog, but I can feel it. My legs, they just feel like really heavy now. I guess because I don't typically do it. We're gonna set up for pigeon. So I want you to bring your right shin forward. We're not going from down dog because I'll show you in a minute. So you want to reach the left leg back. So see how I'm kind of sitting here on the side? This is typically something that happens for people in pigeon. It's tight, it's not comfortable, so we do what feels most comfortable for us. As long as you're not experiencing pain in your knees and you just feel a tightness in your hip, that is okay because we're trying to stretch out the glute, piriformis. So from here, you want to shift yourself up and then rotate that knee down and then hugging that right hip back. Now again, if this is not working for anyone with knee issues, you go back onto your back, thread the needle. So as you bring yourself up, the hip is going to lift off the mat, that's fine. You can put a towel under your hip, a blanket, a pillow, a block, whatever you got to help support. Taking your time, draw your shoulders down. If it feels all right for you, go ahead and take the arms forward. Gently let the head drop. Just a few more rounds of breath here. And then taking your time, slowly walking your hands up. Now go ahead and carefully roll onto your right hip, the one that we were just on. As you roll down, and swing your left leg out in front. Now switching sides. And this side you might be able to see a little better. So again, as we shift the left shin forward, try to get it more parallel towards the top of the mat. Rolling to the side. And then from here, take your time, gently press up onto that left hand, and then roll that right knee down. So the idea is that we're trying to get this right hip to hug back. Yes, it makes it more intense, but it's a good thing. As long as that intensity is here through the glute, maybe a little bit through the front of the right hip, that's okay. No pain in the knees though. Either here, maybe you start to release, maybe you gently release your forearms down. Staying here, maybe you continue to soften down towards the mat. Two more rounds. next inhale, taking your time, go and walk your hands up. Gently roll towards your side, and then go ahead and bring your right leg all the way up and around. All right, yogis, finishing with our last forward folds here. Go ahead and take the skin of your bum, gently lift it up. Go ahead and take your right knee, let's go ahead and bring it up, pressing through your left heel, and then go ahead and take your ankle across your thigh. Now gently sitting nice and tall, get a nice big lift. As you exhale, you can either hug onto the thigh of the knee, or take that arm all the way across. Inhale, lifts you up, exhale to rotate. 2 more breaths. 1 more round here. And then bring yourself back to center. Go ahead and take this right foot, bring it to the inside. Get a nice big lift and lengthen, and then as you exhale, Janushasana, bring those hands towards the foot, towards the mat, wherever they land. Inhale, lift, soften your shoulders. Exhale to fold. And 1 more round like that. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, little fold. Pausing here. And on your next inhale, taking your time, go and bring yourself up and go ahead and switch sides. Right knee lifts. Go and bend that left leg. And then go ahead and take your ankle across your thigh. Flex through your right foot, gently hugging. You can lift to lengthen and rotate, or even take that arm up, across, and around. Two more here. 1 more round. And then bring yourself all the way back to center. Go ahead and take your foot. Bring it to the inside. Get a nice bit of lift and length here. Exhale to dive forward. Soften your shoulders. Pull your heart forward. As you exhale, keep folding. From here, go ahead and begin to lift. And then go ahead and take your knee, bring it up, extending forward. Bringing your ankles together. Again, feel free to take the skin of your bum, just gently lifting it up. 1 last forward fold. As you exhale, reach it forward. One more rounded breath here. And then gently take your time, go and slowly lift. And as you bring yourself all the way down onto your mat, go and bring your knee into your chest and just very gently take hold behind the thigh, reach your right leg up and take an inhale. As you exhale, take a nice little bend. Inhale, reach that leg up. And again, take a bend. And up. And 2 more. And up. And 1 more. And then as you reach that leg up, again, maybe hands stay around the thigh, maybe you walk up just a little bit closer without getting any tension, just getting a little bit more stretch and length through that right hamstring. Taking 1 more round of breath here. And then exhale, gently release that right leg down. Whew. And go ahead and switch sides, drawing the right knee into chest, give a little hug. And then feel free to take the hands, maybe even interlace around the thigh as you exhale. You're going to bend. And as you inhale, get a little length. And again. And reach. 3 more times here. And 1 more round. Finding that length and press through that heel. Shoulders are soft. Maybe the hands walk up just a little bit higher. 1 more round of breath here. And exhale. Release. Now, the body's even, it's settled, it's in a neutral. You're more than welcome to take a happy baby or even hug those knees in. But if you're feeling it, And you're ready to draw those shoulder blades slightly together, reaching the arms forward. Go and allow your body to settle, taking a comfortable inhale. And gentle exhale. And begin to settle into Shavasana. Slowing your breath. Slowing your thoughts. And gently begin to deepen your breath. And bringing movement back to your fingers, back to your toes. Reaching your arms over your head, take a nice long stretch through your body. Bending your knees when you're ready. Ooh, excuse me. Roll to your side. I don't know where that yawn came from. I got too comfortable. Crossing at your shins. Bring your hands together at heart center, softening your shoulders down, closing with 3 strong breaths. Take a nice deep inhale. And release. 2 more deep breaths in. And release. 1 more deep breath in here. And release. Sealing in your practice, your work, your effort. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Have a great rest of your Friday, great rest of your day. Stay hydrated. Stay cool. I know it's supposed to be a hot weekend. I know, because I'm headed to the desert. We'll be actually in Arizona a little bit later, so I'm getting ready for it. Hope you enjoyed. Again, if you have any questions, ever any requests, please feel free to let me know. Hector, I tried to give you a little bit more heat. So hopefully that was good. We did a lot more vinyasas today. So thank you so much. Awesome. Well, you enjoy. Have a great rest of your day, Hector. Have a great weekend. And I will be back again next week. See ya.